I'm Tabitha Brown.
And I'm Brian Hooks.
And you're watching Campus Connect.
Boom.
Hello, Aggies, and welcome to Campus Connect, brought to you by WNAA. I'm your host, Isis J, and I am joined by Brian Hooks and Tabitha Brown.
Hey, hey.
Now, today, you're here to talk about your project, and I'm excited about it.
Yes. The movie is Laughing to the Bank. It's coming out in theaters September 6th. It's an independent film that's being released theatrically, independently. No studio behind it. And everything is going wonderful. We got a great buzz, and we're actually doing a screening premiere here in Greensboro tonight.
At the Carousel Theater on Battleground. I don't know the exact address, but it's on it's at the Carousel on Battleground in Greensboro.
Okay, yeah, I'm really excited. What was your vision for the project?
My background is independent filmmaking, and it had been a little bit since I'd done something, so I wanted to come out and make a bang. So I just, I knew I wanted to do a comedy, something funny. And so I just jumped in and created Laughing to the Bank, which it's basically a modern day Hollywood shuffle that Robert Townsend did back in the day with the tone of like a Hangover. And it's my journey through Hollywood trying to get to the next level. And all the the things that you have to go through and weed through to get there, and with a whole lot of funny surrounding it. So I'm excited.
From each of your perspectives, I want to know, what category of funny does this movie fall under?
Whew. What category is it?
Go ahead.
Let's see, what category do I get to choose from?
All of them.
Any category?
Any
I mean, it is definitely a it's a gut buster. It's definitely that. It's over the top. I always say it's a very if you're easily offended, you can't come in and watch, because you won't understand the humor. But I mean, some things you would. But it's funny. It's the things that it's realistic. So it's like some people don't laugh at things that are real. Like, it could really happen because it's them that they're laughing at themselves, so they don't find it funny. So, but it's super funny. I would give it like that 10 out of 10, like laughter wise. So, but it's definitely, you got to see it and appreciate the comedy, the thought behind it.
I would say it's super sexy, funny, hot and spicy. If it was like some dips that you was dipping some chicken in, something nuggets, you know what I mean? Like
buffalo wing sauce.
Oh, you took it to the food category.
It shoot past rated R all the way to triple X.
Yeah, it's definitely rated R.
No, it ain't. But it's funny, and it's like, it has that tone of like the Hangovers, the 40-year-old versions. It's just like that. Like, if you enjoy that, you're gonna love this.
Yeah.
If that offended you, don't come.
Yeah, with a little bit of like in living color, a little bit of like,
Yeah. But it's very funny. We tested the films in preparing for the theatrical release in LA, the Bay Area, Detroit, Tennessee, New Orleans, and Atlanta, and everybody has loved the film. Everybody has loved the film. There was one 65-year-old that watched it and said that we should be ashamed of ourselves. and she was very offended by those fart noises. Why would you do that? No. So if you're 65 and older, you might want to sit this one out. But if you're under 65,
you should be okay. You should be okay.
As veterans in the game, because you guys have been doing this for a while, what are some of the basic skills that someone who wants to be in this industry should have or possess to build upon?
I always say, for me, foundation is important. Before skill set, foundation, and then know that if you have the talent, like, know if you have the skill.
Right.
Brian always says some people, they tried to shouldn't.
They should go home.
Right, everybody, like, some people have
like
a dream to be famous, but they could care less about doing the work. So you got to have a good work ethic. You got to have a plan. You have to have goals set in front of you that you really want to attain. You can't just say, I want to be famous.
Exactly.
Anybody can be famous. You can go get a reality show. You can kill somebody and be famous. Like, there's there's a million things you can do to get famous, but if you want to do the work, if you want to really be known as an actor or a producer or whatever in the entertainment industry, you got to have that foundation set within yourself.
Definitely, I would say, I agree with all that, and you have to be now working towards creating your own foundation and making your own films. And I think with the the equipment, like the Canons and the software available now with, Final Cut, it sort of levels the playing field. When back in the day, it might not have been an option for you to have $50,000, $10,000 to even think about making a film. But if you have $10,000 now and a group of people who, are good at what they do, they're a good director, good writer, good producer, good cameraman, good, whatever, you guys can get together and make something happen if you're smart, you know what I mean? So, you have to have that drive and that passion and be pushing towards making things happen yourself, opposed to waiting for somebody to come and pick you, because ain't nobody coming.
And if you don't have $10,000, if you got $10, these days, literally,
Man.
I just went to a film festival and people are shooting movies on their cell phones and people are seeing them. And we're not talking about just anybody. I'm saying real directors who are established and have had movies come out are shooting movies on cell phones and entering them into film festivals, and it's doing well. So, there's YouTube. Social media is crazy now. Like, if you got Instagram, you got 15 seconds to say something. Like, you can start your fan base. You can do Vine. You just got to think outside the box if you really want to do it. Those YouTube, Vine, they're paying people. Like, if you get enough followers, Twitter, like, those people, they're paying people. So you got to do the work if you really want it. So, definitely.
And lastly, tell the people when, where, why, how to find you and to see the movie.
Movie out September 6th in theaters. I'm Tabitha Brown, Tabs One Choice, CHOYCE on Twitter and Instagram, Tabs One Quest, QUEST.
Yes, and the movie again is coming out September 6th in theaters everywhere. Please come out and support that opening weekend. And I'm Brian Hooks, and you can reach me on Instagram and Twitter at B_Hooks. B_Hooks.
I'm Isis J, and this has been a Campus Connect. Tune in next time, and this was brought to you by WNAA 90.1.